All right, legends, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing fantastic today. Let's analyze the situation. Do you want to know where the price of Bitcoin is likely to go next? And what are those levels where the price of Bitcoin could have a turning point? If that is what you want to know, you are here in the right channel, guys. How is everybody doing? Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button because we are live, we are here, we are doing technical analysis, talking about the highest probability trading setups that I am looking for myself here on YouTube, looking at Bitcoin. We're going to go on higher time frames as well to analyze the situation here with the total crypto market cap. Does this chart ring a bell, guys? Does this chart ring a bell for you? Where are we at right now? Is this extremely bearish? Is it extremely bullish? It is neutral. Is it accumulation? I can already tell you guys that this is a pure market cycle reset at the moment, and we are currently in that anger depression stage where nobody thinks that the price is going to have a massive recovery here in the next coming months. Till you do not see that recovery with your eyes, then that is the moment that you are bullish, right? We are bullish when the market goes up. But when the market goes up is already when you want to be taking profit, right? This large consolidation where everything looks dead. This is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is altcoins, guys. So yes, the next 6 to 12 months, in my opinion, are the best buying opportunity levels. Stack up those alts because once they do 10, 20x, you want to start thinking and taking profits, not jumping into the market like your old school friends, like your mother, like your whoever is around you, your neighbor, when he talks about crypto. Hey, I see this is, back in the game. Shall we buy? No, I am selling. So something to talk about here. Market cycle. Know the psychology. When everything looks dead is the moment you want to stack up, guys. So we're going to be talking about that as well during the stream, but obviously talking about the DXY, the biggest markets out there, the S&P 500. What is going on? Are we going to lose this crucial level of support right over here? Or are we going to manage to bounce and continue this uptrend that we've had during 2023? Because if we lose this level, that would be a clear sign of weakness. The uptrend has been lost, and obviously you would be looking for that downtrend. This is the last level of support for me to be confident that the S&P 500 is going to manage to get a bounce. As you know, this trend line, okay, of a downtrend, as you can see from lower highs, as soon as you switch it with a breakout, then you go into an uptrend. This is the last level of support for this continuation to the upside. This would trigger potential massive bearishness in the coming weeks and months, guys, if we were to lose this level over here. So we'll be going through that, keeping it simple, technical analysis, easy peasy, nothing too complicated here for the community. We'll be analyzing the situation here all together. Obviously, we want to take a look at Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin's next move? What are the next possible trading setups for swing trading? Of course, if you are more interested in day trading and scalping setups, we have the Legends community. That is where I can update very fast. That is where you want to join. But here on YouTube, we'll be talking about the major zones, the Elliott wave theory here that we do have on the momentum with the price of Bitcoin. At this point, you might be feeling bullish, you might be feeling bearish. There's a lot of mixed sentiment out there. And what we're going to talk about here is the highest probability zones where we can get a reaction and a possible turning point on the price. Now, no doubt that there are some very interesting zones here of resistance that I am eyeing here with the price of Bitcoin, where it could potentially top out. No doubt that we've had broken here the resistance here the last couple of days for this bump and run scenario setup, right? There is a bump and run scenario here happening in front of our eyes. Very explosive breakout. Is this sustainable? Are we going to create another higher high? Will we be breaking the previous day high and continue to the upside? This is what we're going to analyze, guys. We're going to be very carefully eyeing the situation here to realize where the price could get exhaustion or it could get nice support and potentially bounce. This is what you are here for. This is what we're going to provide. Let's go right away through the comment section. First of all, interact with the community. Say hello to everyone. How's everyone doing? I can see Mark Dutch here already in the comment section here, giving power. How are you doing, Mark Dutch? Thank you for joining very much. Let's go. I can see here also Felipe. Andy, the best of the best. You got my like number 6. Hey, thank you very much. Smash up that like button, guys, for the algorithm. Help me out here to continue on YouTube, because if not, I quit. No, absolutely not. I'll be around anyway. So let's go. James Crichton, is this the Andy OnlyFans stream? No, it is not. No, it is not, unfortunately. Oi, oi, Chris, how are you doing? Dippin, yo, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Gilbert, shout out. I'm from Philippines. Hey, great. We got someone from Philippines here. Shout out to you. Andy, don't forget to turn up microphone volume. Okay, microphone volume is a little bit low. Is it okay right now? I guess you can hear me. Greetings from France, says Felipe. Hello, we've got France, we've got Holland, we've got Italy. Wow, how many people? Oops, I mean Spain. Hello from Spain. We've got Lauren here. Spain, Lauren, no time, no see. Hello, hello. From Holland. Aditya, how are you doing, legends? Sanad, hey. Hello, Satish. Servicio continuo. Hello. Don't say that, Andy, you, my man, will be joining the Legends very soon. Hey, very good. Yeah, the Legends community, I do dedicate here some time on the Legends, talking about the highest probability setups. And I think a lot of people enjoy it. Some people think it's a signals channel and you're going to get 10 trades per day. And that is not true. It's far away from reality. We talk education. We talk about responsibility trading and possible setups that I am looking for, obviously. So what is going on here with the price of Bitcoin, guys? We've broken out from this lower high resistance trend line. Is this legit? First of all, we want to analyze the situation, guys. Bitcoin has been pumping quite a lot in 2023. Is this enough of a correction for us to have continuation to the upside? Well, if I do see this on, if I do draw this on the chart, this would not look correct, right? We need more of a corrective move, in my personal opinion. So I am higher time frame, more bearish, guys. And I think the price of Bitcoin will not manage to create a new yearly high. And this is only round about $3,000 to $4,000 away from current price. You might think, hey, Bitcoin can do a $4,000, pump or dump in a matter of a couple of days. Come on, this is very much achievable. However, the structure does not look correct, guys. Does not look right here to create another high. Understanding the structures of the market and how the market moves in momentum waves and corrective waves, this does look like that it will finally create a lower high at some point, whether that is right over here at 28,800, 28,500, sorry, or 29,000 or $30,000. So this is what we are trying to spot here. Where is the next lower high for the price of Bitcoin? Was this it with this breakout? As this breakout had very poor volume, guys. The volume on this breakout was very low compared to the breakdown that we had just a few weeks ago here in August, right? So we want to see something like this breakout. We want to see this kind of volume. We don't want this volume. Come on, the volume is going down here, and volume goes down in corrective moves. What do you mean in corrective moves? Well, basically, when you have an explosive breakout, for example, and you have high volume, corrective moves have low volume. Then it is followed through by a large amount of volume with an impulsive move breaking the highs. So if this were to be the start of impulsive moves, I am not convinced, guys. I am not convinced that Bitcoin is going to manage to find, more steam here for some more upside. It is just, I don't buy it, guys. I do not buy it. DXY is absolutely exploding. What is going on? Bitcoin against DXY, we know the correlation, guys. Correlation, you know, negative correlation in between DXY and Bitcoin is massive. It is huge. DXY continues pumping like it is doing now for the last few weeks. Yeah, this is not good for Bitcoin, guys. If you do take a look here, for example, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart here against, right? Let me just sort this out. Bitcoin chart here in the orange, sorry, and the candlesticks is the DXY. Let me just fit this nicely here so we can get a little bit of this moving here. Right, in the orange we have the Bitcoin price. I think a lot of people are aware of this, but I think a lot of people are not aware of this, and this is something that we need to talk about, guys. This right over here has been the top, okay, in 2021 on the price of Bitcoin. We know the negative correlation. This is when the DXY was bottoming out, as you can see here, with the candlesticks. The price of Bitcoin bottomed out in November of 2022 when the DXY was topping out, guys. This is when DXY was dropping, Bitcoin price was pumping. Beautiful. There's been a bottom formation here on the DXY. As you can see, it is breaking structure, downtrend structure. It is pumping aggressively for the last few weeks. Bitcoin hasn't been affected too much from it, okay? As you can see, the last couple of weeks, Bitcoin has been pumping. The whole month of September, it's kind of sideways, a little bit pumping, but if DXY is going to continue here for the next coming weeks, I can already tell you, this is going to end up in something like this for Bitcoin. It is just what it is. The negative correlation is massive during the last few years. And I don't think this has changed right now, okay? It hasn't changed. Look at how the DXY bottomed out here in January of 2018. This was the start of the crypto bear market. This right over here was the top for Bitcoin. Massive bear market, 2018, 2019. This is when the DXY started pumping. Guess where the DXY topped out? Where did it have a massive pump and it topped out? In 2020. It was the C19 crash in March of 2020. Top for the DXY, bottom for the Bitcoin price and crypto. Massive rally. Massive dump here on the DXY during 2021. We need to take this into consideration, guys. DXY is absolutely exploding. This is not good for Bitcoin. It's not good. So I cannot be extremely bullish for Bitcoin and expect much higher levels. We are likely to top out at some point if this were not to be the top. Volume is low on this breakout. Come on, Bitcoin. We need a little bit more steam. I am not buying this breakout, guys. I'm sorry. So we need to, you know, what Bitcoin likes to do a lot of the times is claim liquidity at highs or at lows, right? So when you create a series of lows, right, you come and test that low and get a bounce. You come and test it again and get a bounce. You have this high, you test the high, you get a rejection. You test the high again, you get another rejection. So what has basically happened here, which was already a good shorting opportunity, is, hey, this tested this high right over here and it got rejected. This has the opportunity of crumbling down here for the next coming weeks. It's a reality, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the macro bear, but I'm sorry, it is very much a reality. We need to understand this as we're doing technical analysis, pure technical analysis, no hype, no macro massive bull, no macro massive bear. The reality is that it is looking a little bit bearish. This pump does not have steam. It does not have big momentum, no high volume on the movements to the upside. So, okay, I get it. What is the next situation? What is the next possible trading opportunity? I closed my long, I closed my short on Bybit, got in a really good short. I could have held it for a few days if we were to go down to $25,000. But I'm a day trader. I'm going to take a look at next opportunities. And obviously that will be on Bybit, my #1 crypto trading platform, guys. If you are not trading on Bybit, I do not know what you're doing. Bybit is, for me, number one. Of course, there are restrictions on some countries. If you haven't joined the competition, guys, to win $10,000, hardly any people are joining, guys. You need to sign up with the link in the description. There's a $10,000 win prize in this competition. You have the link down below, and this is for trading. If you are trading anyway, why not join the competition? You might get an extra $10,000, guys. You have the link down below to join that competition. It's the second link, guys. It's a competition just for the community, for Bitcoinsensus. Join it, guys, because if you're trading anyway, you can get an extra bonus. You can get extra $10,000. We need more people in this competition, of course, because if not, there won't be any prize, okay? Check it out, guys. Bybit competition here for the Bitcoinsensus community. I can't use Bybit now in the UK. I know the people in the UK have got till the 8th of October. It is what it is, guys. There's a lot of restrictions, US, UK. For that, I do have, obviously, another great exchange, that is Bitflex, guys. If you cannot use Bybit, if you're any other, Bitflex does not require KYC, so you can sign up with an email and a password. $10 worth of bonus if you just deposit $100, guys. For the small fish, there you have it, guys. Great bonus, great exchange. Bitflex is a great alternative. Let's analyze the situation. I will join, says Aditya. Absolutely, guys. This is just an internal competition for Bybit. There's $10,000 worth of bonus. I think the minimum that you need to have here is $300. You only need to have $300 US tether to trade with, right? So maybe there's small accounts out there with $500, $1,000. You can gain up to $10,000 in the prize pool, okay, if you come first or second, right? Obviously, there will be prizes for the top 5. So, you know the deal. This is going to be a small competition, guys. If there's only 100 people, well, prize pool is going to be, it won't be that complicated if there's thousands of traders, right? So, you got an opportunity right there to stack up a little bit more of dollars in that competition if you wish. Now, let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin and analyze what needs to hold. Is this uptrend healthy? What levels do we need to hold? And this is very disturbing for me, guys. This is just very, very disturbing. This is such a classic eat up all of these higher lows for Bitcoin. I don't want to be the macro bear, but it's going to be very challenging to get into a long position at this point. This is if you did not long at this point, where we did in the Legends community. We talked about this drop here being a great opportunity to, have a massive pump and claim profits at the highs and obviously lock most of the profits at these highs. I closed my long position. I actually closed my short, but I'm more of a day trader. I was happy with the profits and I'm looking for other opportunities. So what is next, guys? We're going to do fresh levels, fresh analysis to analyze this situation. Is this uptrend sustainable? Is it going to continue, this uptrend with these higher lows? Or is it going to start breaking down and losing momentum? I am going to ask a poll here before we take a look at the levels and do the proper analysis. First of all, I want to ask the community, what comes next? And here at 27.5, I'm going to say 29,500 or 25,500. What comes next, guys? This is going to be asked right now in a poll here. I want to know your opinion, basically. What comes next? What comes next for Bitcoin? Guys, let me know right away. I'm going to go with $29,000, 29K, or 26K, right? It's just in the middle there at 27,500 currently. Let me know, guys, what do you think is going to be first in this poll that I'm creating right now? Then we'll have an opinion on people being more bullish or more bearish. What comes next, guys? Let me know right away on this poll that I've just created right now. 29K or 26K. Bitcoin 50-50, says David. Down, says David. One more leg up, says Felipe. If we have one more leg up, we are going to be entering another opportunity zone, guys. Opportunity zone, if you did miss this short, we are entering another opportunity zone if we were to get another leg up. There is something disturbing about this, okay? We're going to go with some basic Elliott wave theory, just so you know. Basic Elliott wave theory. We're not going to go do any micro counts or anything like that. But basic theory here, what I do see here, especially on the Coinbase chart, right? And that is here, these moves to the downside that we have had since the yearly high has created 5 waves down. Okay, for me, it's pretty clear to see, right? There's 5 waves down here. Looking at the macro analysis 4-hourly chart. What I do understand is that we are coming from a massive bullish trend since, the beginning of 2023, which has been very, very impulsive. There are several ways to count this, okay? As, these waves being very, very impulsive. So for me, this is corrective, no doubt, but this correction move hasn't finished yet. There is these lows over here that haven't properly been claimed by the bears, especially on the spot exchanges such as Coinbase. That low from June hasn't been claimed. And I cannot be extremely bullish and expect a new yearly high unless we've cleared out, okay, these lows over here. This is a zone that I would be possibly being bullish, okay? So what we need to understand right now is, as we've had these 5 waves to the downside, which is very much, what we need in an A corrective wave, this is part of the corrective move, guys. This is my opinion. Whether it goes to 29K or even 30K, it's a corrective move. The volume says it. The volume is more impulsive to the downside. There's higher volume on the movements down. So what we need to understand is that, yes, this is likely to top out at some point, guys. I don't want to be the massive bear, but the analysis tells me that this is unlikely to have successful momentum here in the next coming weeks to create a new yearly high. This is going to top out at some point, and we're going to come back down to the $25,000 region. In the next coming weeks, guys, if that is not going to be days. So what we can see here, that for the moment we have created, this nice wave here to the upside, being an A wave, a B wave. Is this the end of the C wave, right? I think it would be nice to see a little bit higher, but maybe this has been the end. However, now is when the micro count comes into place, where we've had, this has been a very dodgy move to the upside, got to be honest, but what I do see here is that there's been 3 waves down on this corrective move. You can see it as we zoom in. 1, 2, 3. We started a new uptrend as we broke this high. Question is right now, have we finished? And this is very ugly waves here on the, micro counts. Have we already finished the C wave? Or has this been potentially been 1, 2, 3? We are holding by a thread here. We cannot overlap this top, guys, because if we do overlap this top, then this is just not going to be looking good. We could be entering into new impulsive moves to the downside. The reason why inside of a C wave, you want also 5 waves to the upside. Now, this is a bit complex, of course, as, these counts are not, it's very, very dodgy. I'm not going to be doing these small counts, but overall, from the low, you would assume that this is the high, because this cannot be a 1 wave, 2, 3, 4th wave overlapping 1st wave. Yeah, this is just not the deal. So the question is, do we have, this is just on the verge of collapsing down from this 1st wave. We collapse from here, guys. I can already tell you this is not looking good. This is likely to have continuation to the downside. So we need to hold this range, this 27,200. You can slightly tap it. We need to hold this peak here of this impulsive move to continue to be bullish, right? Question is, will we get a nice 5th wave here to complete right now this C corrective wave, potentially going to 29, 29.5k, it's definitely a possibility. But this is just a turning point. It's just a turning point. It's, I would be very surprised if Bitcoin suddenly creates a new yearly high, before the end of the year. It's just not unlikely to happen, right? However, I'm not going to say this is bearish, this is bearish. I'm only a macro bear. No, I'm a trader. I realized where there's a sign of strength, where we do have some good levels, and we're basically trading the market, whether it does this or not, and then starts breaking down. And of course, the C corrective wave, if this were to be an ABC move right there, right? If this were to be an ABC corrective move, we would expect the C wave to be the devastating wave, right? The one that could take us all the way down to $19,000 potentially, right? They're usually the most aggressive ones, right? Get people bearish, get people, they're very aggressive. The C waves are more aggressive than the A waves, right? So obviously inside of the C wave, we would be expecting 5 waves down, right? That could be very aggressive. That could be, going to November, even to December, right? To the end of the year for a possible bottom formation. So anyway, let's just zoom in here and analyze, that is my point of view here on the macro, guys. Okay, so I see the possibility of getting another leg up just because these waves that we have been creating for the last week, it seems unfinished. So I do think that another leg up is possible. Just because on the macro here, not on the macro, sorry, on the lower time frames, it doesn't make sense. This does not make sense to be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no way you can count this. There's no way you can count this as you're overlapping. So what makes more sense here would be this: the top of the 1, the 2, the 3 right there, and this is the 4th. So you should be holding here and getting a bounce in the next coming hours. If you start breaking down, then obviously, we'd have to consider as this is possibly being the top of the C wave, and you would have to do more micro counts here to come into what has happened basically in this momentum wave. What we did talk about yesterday is that we hit perfectly the 1-to-1 extension from this wave A, okay, B right there. 1-to-1 extension was perfectly hit here. And that's already a possible topping sign, especially when you're getting that move above this high on the 29th of August. This was such a, you can get into a short position here. It was not that difficult to have good risk management and get into a short here, guys. It was not that complicated. So agree, November and December will dump. So yeah, maybe in between this week and next week, we could get another rally. Something interesting about is Fibonacci time. Fibonacci time is such a powerful tool to realize where a correction or a pump is ending, right? How? Well, basically, as we do have the data of this A wave and this move to the downside and this potentially moving higher, what we do realize is Fibonacci time, guys, we would want at least a 1-to-1 extension, right? We just round about that 1-to-1 extension right now in Fibonacci time. So if we do get the pivot low here from this start of this move, which topped out here on the 19th of September, and then we go to the bottom of this corrective wave, which is right over here on the 25th of September, if I'm not mistaken. That 1-to-1 is basically there. We just right now at the 1-to-1, okay? Meaning that this impulsive move has been the same timing, right? We've seen the same timing. Everything moves in with timing and with Fibonacci. So, you could arguably discuss that maybe this is it. The 1.618 is a very much valid extension. Going over 1.618, then if we were to start pumping here during mid-October, then this would be something disturbing. Maybe this is something else and we are entering some more bullish momentum. But overall, we do still have, I would say, round about 5 to 6 days of another possible wave here to the upside. That is going to be the interesting zone, guys, if this were to be the case. That is the timing. That is the timing here for this, for a potential end. So we can start correcting here, entering into November. So yeah, I mean, just a little bit of macro analysis here, understanding the waves, the timing. And let's go through the comment section, see the opinion, guys. I want to go through that poll right away to see what is going on. Is 29K going to come first or 26K? Absolutely crazy. We've got almost 200 votes and it's a 50-50, guys. What comes next for Bitcoin? $29,000 or $26,000 down here? We're currently at the middle. We have a 50-50, guys. It's absolutely crazy. We have a pure battle of bulls and bears here on the poll. Mixed sentiment, guys. Nobody knows what the hell is going to happen next, as I can see on this poll. It's a 50-50, guys. Absolutely crazy. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So by the looks of things, guys, I would want to see a 90%, this is going to happen, right? 29K, 90% of the people are saying that. Or 26K, 90% of the people, right? Nobody knows what is going to happen. Come on, guys. I expected better. Now, I don't even know what's going to happen, okay? I know how to react at certain levels to take a trading decision. But I really don't know what's coming next, guys. If anybody says that knows what is next, then stay away. Nobody knows at the end of the day. So let's go through the comment section here, continue to say, to say hello to the community. So we'll be talking about the trading plans here. The trading plans might never happen, right? But we can have some plans to see what happens here at certain levels, okay? So we'll go through those plans right away here on the macro. Andy, you got a friend of me? Yes, sir. Greetings from Belgium, says Michael. Hello. Hello from Romania, Matej. Hello, hello. Dubai says, make money. Absolutely. I might be moving to Dubai next year. It's definitely an option. London, says David. Great, great. Father Time, thanks for joining this stream. What's up, my crypto legends? I made it. Yes, sir, you did. Mark Dutch, thanks for the support as well, like always. Let's go right away here. Can you check the DXY, says Yons. Yes, we can take a look at the DXY right away. Why not? DXY, very important. DXY is pumping like crazy. DXY is exploding today as well. Let's get this Bitcoin chart out of the way. Get this Bitcoin chart out of the way and focus here on the DXY. DXY is breaking above, guys, this previous day high. No, not the previous day high. Sorry, my bad. It was the high here created on Thursday or Friday. It was Thursday. So it managed to break above it, guys. There was no topping signal. There was no rejection. We just broke through. This is a sign of strength. Obviously, we would be expecting higher on the DXY. This is not good for Bitcoin if it wants to get to 29K, guys. That is for sure. So next target zone for me on the DXY would be the 107.4 level, which is likely to be claimed during the next coming days before the end of the week, guys. This does not look it's going to stop anytime soon, right? There's no sideways momentum. There's no consolidation. This is just like, hey, if you want to try and stop this, I'm going to say good luck. This is just no signs of stopping just yet unless you see a little bit of sideways action or a little breakout of structure. Then we can say, hey guys, this looks good for a deeper corrective move. But this train ain't stopping anytime soon by the looks of things. Hasn't been stopping in August or September. There's no signs of it stopping in October for the moment. So this is obviously the negative correlation is not good. I'm confident to say the next stop in the next coming days would be coming all the way to 107.4, which is this lower high right over here that we do have on the DXY at on the 21st of November. We know that these highs do get a reaction, right? There's this lower high right there. It did get a reaction last week. We did get a small corrective move. Where did it bounce? From this high over here. We dipped slightly beneath it, but instantly we recovered. So yeah, these small little highs, as you can see on the chart, they do get reactions on the chart, right? You cannot make this up. You can see it here with your own eyes. So this high over here is what we are questioning right now. Will it be the moment where the DXY is going to start correcting? Because if we break through this level, guys, this is just going to have massive continuation. There's nothing above us after 107.4 until 110, which is the next lower high right there. When this fast price action, you know, in the past, and no levels of resistance or support or consolidation, price action moves very fast. So if this were to be the case, that is obviously the moment that Bitcoin is likely going to dump, you know, aggressively. This is the trigger point, guys. As soon as you get above this level on the DXY, above 107.4, 107.5, that is the moment where capitulation can enter. We can see capitulation right over here. Let's just take here at this move over here. What happened with Bitcoin with this drop on the DXY from the 10th till the 15th of November? Let's just analyze this. And I haven't taken a look at this, guys. There's nothing ready of this. But so, you know, if Bitcoin did dump here, obviously, we did have the FTX news, but I don't know about the dates. But anyway, from the 10th of November till the 15th, let's see what happened here in this period. Let's go right away. 10th to the 15th. 10th to the 15th of November is from here, which is already that last drop. It looks like it was, how crazy is this? 10th of November was the start of this major drop on the DXY, guys. This is when the DXY started an aggressive drop. So it was the bottom signal. DXY dropping aggressively. Of course, Bitcoin did take a few days, even a couple of weeks to start recovering, but it was the bottom. It was the bottom. The day that the DXY started this aggressive drop here, because this was a consolidation basically. The moment it confirmed this major drop was when the price of Bitcoin bottomed out right over here on the 10th of November. So it went sideways a little bit, but after seeing that confirmation on the DXY of this downtrend here entering into December and January, we did see here obviously Bitcoin bottoming out and getting into that huge major rally from the start of the year. So my point is here. We can see it's lagging a little bit, okay? This is very important to understand. DXY was dropping aggressively. Bitcoin was not pumping yet. So DXY dropped aggressively and Bitcoin wasn't getting a huge major bounce just yet. Right? So conclusion, Bitcoin does lag a little bit behind the DXY, meaning that if it's pumping like crazy, and it does continue to pump, and the price of Bitcoin is not doing much, it is still here at this range, sideways action, potentially getting another bounce, it's going to top out at some point, and it will be affected by the pump on the DXY. So this is just giving you a signal. It's giving you a signal. DXY pumping aggressively, potentially likely to continue, especially if we break above this high from the 22nd of November to get the next major leg up. Bitcoin will be affected because of this, guys. It will be affected. So any pumpy action that happens breaking above the previous day high is going to be, let's analyze this situation, guys, because we can get into an epic short position. So anyway, that's the kind of a bit of. It's very important to understand that it is a lagging indicator. Well, it's giving you a future. This is a future indicator, right? It's not the past indicator, as we can see here with this major drop that we've had. Sorry, in November of 2022, Bitcoin was actually still dropping and consolidating. Bitcoin did not react till mid-November, and that's obviously when continuation was happening on the DXY. We can actually see it on this chart, guys. It's very important to note. Right, so we can actually see it here. Right, so it's almost the same date where we can see the drop happening here for the DXY. Bitcoin already dropped aggressively. Let me just take a look at the timing. Yeah, so Bitcoin already dropped aggressively, then the DXY dropped a lot. So that was the bottom signal, right? Bitcoin dropping, then DXY dropping. We know there's a negative correlation. So what happened with Bitcoin is it bottomed out and then it started rallying as the DXY dropped after the drop, okay? So, with this conclusion is DXY continues pumping. We haven't seen the effect already. So Bitcoin bottomed out here during September, and we know from this major drop we had in August. September dropped, a bit of a relief rally. DXY continuing up. Yeah, something needs to happen here. Something needs to happen. This just does not make sense. Even though if the DXY starts pumping aggressively in the coming days and starts correcting, the correlation is not instant, right? They can have a one or a couple of weeks, lagging in between each other. But this massive pump that we've had during August and September, we'll have to see an effect on it. Just analyze this situation over here, where Bitcoin was pumping during June and July. July was starting to consolidate. Look how the DXY was starting a major uptrend. And this is super important to note, guys, because this is basically giving us the signal that Bitcoin will drop in the coming days, coming weeks, especially if DXY does continue pumping like this, because it's not instantly correlated, right? So we can see here, July of 2018, DXY pumping, and we did not see the drop on Bitcoin, the big drop here, since the 16th, 17th of August. So DXY did pump very aggressively already during July and part of August. Bitcoin was consolidating, not much of a drop. Then it got affected by this uptrend, obviously. So what has happened here? Yeah, DXY is still continuing to the upside. Bitcoin, a bit of volatility, range trading here during September. Very, very mixed sentiment here of continuing down or up. So what has happened here is DXY is continuing to pump and Bitcoin is pumping as well. Yeah, this story is not going, they're not going to go continuing to the upside together, guys. This is just not, they will not continue together to the upside. Unless DXY gets a huge major drop, which is unlikely, I think, right now, as we're trending up. The trend is your friend. It's been trending up for the last few months. No signs of this stopping. This has to have a reversal point at some point. It has to happen. And it's fine for the DXY to pump for a few weeks and Bitcoin not doing much. Dump, pump, pump and dump. It's fine, but it will be affected sooner rather than later, as you can see here with this August drop. So yeah, DXY can continue up and Bitcoin can potentially create another high, break previous day high and have a little pump here to 29K potentially. But to be honest, I'll be looking for aggressive shorts at that range, because this pump on the DXY that we've had during September and part of October, you know, it's finally going to be affected, just like it was affected here in August, 17th of August. This uptrend on the DXY, you know, Bitcoin after a few weeks, it got affected from it, okay? So it's my point of view anyway. I think it does have, you know, there is logic behind this. We do know the negative correlation. So yeah, let's go right away through the comment section, see what you people think. Maybe people are going to change here the poll right away and feel bearish. But no doubt that 29K is still a possibility. It's still a possibility, no doubt. Guys, smash up that like button if you've enjoyed that explanation on Bitcoin negative correlation with the DXY and what we could be expecting in the coming weeks. Come on, guys. I need you to destroy the like button if you enjoy this educational content and understanding how we can correlate some different assets to find out what could happen next. Come on, smash it up, guys. Yes, BTC lags. Yes, sir. DXY is pumping because they need dollars to buy oil for the winter, and the oil price is going up as well. Just a seasonal effect. Nice. Thank you, Felipe, for that comment. Great to see the opinions and, you know, perspectives from other people in the community in the comment section. I think if DXY did a new high, BTC will do the last high. Okay. I think if DXY did a new high, BTC will do the last high. There is a negative correlation. So, right. After 2022, Bitcoin, it not connected to anything anymore. There is panic worldwide. Yeah, there is. It is connected, of course, after 2022. You know, you can see it on the DXY. The correlation may be not that intense, but there is still obviously correlation. Andy, in bigger time frame, there is a possibility of a head and shoulder formation. Best way to enter short trades is in a right shoulder confluence with Elliott waves. Yeah, I think this is it is a kind of a pretty obvious. Thank you very much, Aditya, for that comment, because yeah, no doubt that this is, you know, basically the possible formation of a head and shoulder structure, right? Where 29K or even 30K, I think 30K, I'm going to leave it at it's possible, right? You got this formation right over here. So yeah, we're in the formation of the right shoulder, right? And this also is in confluence with a possible ABC corrective move, right? So no doubt that this is something that we need to pay attention on. Absolutely. Right, head and shoulders 100%. Hi Andy, please give update on Engrave Zero cold wallet. Like, dislike? Yeah, I think it's good. Engrave wallet, I think it's a good cold storage wallet. I have Trezor and Ledger Nano. I still believe, you know, Ledger Nano is legit. You know, I think it's better than a hot wallet. But I'm with Trezor, which are the classic wallets, right? Trezor and Ledger. But Engrave, I've read, you know, very good things about it, and people using it for the last year, and seems good. It is open source as well, so it's totally legit. Right, let's take a look at some possible setups, guys. You know, like I said, here, looking at the higher time frames, we are going to you know, analyze some major levels. Like I said, there is a possibility of the price holding this support, guys. This for continue. This is the last pivot point. We lose this high over here. Sorry, not this one. This one. We lose this high over here, like I explained here on the lower time frames. Market is likely to drop. All of these higher lows will be eaten up in an instant. It will take a very short period of time for the price of Bitcoin to get a major drop if this high is lost. Because what this high is telling me, based on Elliott wave theory, is that this is the top of the first wave. We just slightly tapped it. A little tap is fine. It is acceptable. We cannot overlap it more, just like this high over here. If this were to be something like this, you cannot overlap it, over 25%. This is just not acceptable. Giving it a tap, yeah, it's acceptable. You can touch it, but you cannot overlap it. So this is kind of the last resistance zone for the bulls to hold, right? To potentially create another high going to 29K. You lose this level, I can tell you the drop can be pretty aggressive. I will not be looking for long positions, I can tell you already, if we start losing this low. Because the drops can be pretty aggressive. So zooming in here on the lower time frames, I mean, this is what we would be expecting. Another move up to complete this C wave, right? And then obviously we're looking for possible shorts. If we do zoom in on the lower time frame, such as the 15-minute time frame, this is holding by a thread. This is a classic moment where what is going to happen? This is a classic moment where you start recovering, and then the people are like, oh yeah, this was actually this was actually support. What shall we do here? Well, obviously you want to be paying close attention to possibly longing this range. My favorite, obviously, entering point would be creating a double bottom here at this range. So I will be getting ready with the Legends community to say, hey, this is a perfect moment right now. It's a possible trade. I am entering, of course. I am in that trade. I closed my short here. Was it a good decision? I don't know. This dropped over $1,000. Profits are good. I'm closing. I don't want to have a trade hanging around here for the next coming weeks. I'm more of a day trader, so I'm happy here with this short trade that I took here from this fake out, right? Hitting a big resistance zone that was explained on yesterday's live stream, right? It was a retest of the high. It was a bit of a wedgie scenario. It was like, come on, I want to get in at the highest level possible. So if we reject from the high, I'm entering a short. Closed that short already. So just think, because I recognize as well the potential bounce that could happen, right? I am aware of macro bearish momentum, but I'm aware here on the lower time frames, hey, that this can hold, that we can hold this and come back and create another high. So if I'm shorting here and we're at support, I'm taking the profits. I don't want to hold that position anymore. Profits are profits. Let's go to a next trade, right? Let's turn that, let's leave that in history, right? Let's turn the page and go to another trade setup. So it's going to be interesting how the next, if we were, this looks like it's rolling down. However, this could be a massive trap for the bears, right? It looks like you're going to roll down, test the lows, and then have a higher low. However, I'm not really that interested in speculating on that. I would want to see how this high over here that has been providing resistance, we formed a really nice cup and handle right there, as you can see. Look at this cup and handle. That was actually quite nice. Quite nice of a cup and handle right there. Coming from an uptrend. Very, very nice. So the next for me is, how are we going to claim this low? Is it going to be a good level for a bounce? Are we going to double bottom from this level? That is what I am looking at here. If we go up from here, then it is what it is. I will be eyeing the short positions in the next coming days. No rush in entering trades. I'm very much aware of this rolling down a little bit here, potentially to claim that $27,240 low created yesterday. I'm also aware of this being bears getting very, very, very bearish, and then bang, markets tricked you. You thought that this low was going to be claimed. Bears selling aggressively to claim that low and then getting wrecked, right? So it's for me, it's not a great level here to enter a long personally with my strategy and my risk management. However, you can risk a small little amount, put a stop loss here beneath the low and aim for the highs. it's acceptable if you can manage risk very well. You know, I would say it's an acceptable speculative attempt, right? But I would want that low to be hit for me to personally trade. And of course, I'll be trading that on Bybit, of course. When my short trades is closed, I'm ready here with my capital to sniper trade the next trading opportunity. Look at this, was the longs and shorts that was taken here during the last few days, taking profits and getting into the short here from the high. So guys, if you're interested, Bybit is the number one, guys. If you want to follow me with the next possible trading setup, you want to sign up for Bybit, guys. Number one, you get $30,000 worth of bonus if you sign up with a link. This bonus, you need to deposit some significant funds to get this bonus. This bonus pays for fees and for losses, guys. It's a great opportunity. If you haven't got a Bybit account, this is your moment to claim this massive bonus. Bybit competition for the Bitcoinsensus community. What's going on? Join the competition, guys. There's $10,000 worth of bonus. If you're trading anyway and you're good trading the next coming weeks, you can gain $10,000. Join the competition. As you're trading anyway on Bybit, might as well join the competition because you're going to get some extra cash, right? So if you do win the competition, obviously. So it's the second link down below, guys. Join, you know, the $10,000 prize pool. It's a private competition. There's only going to be maybe a few dozen people or maybe a few hundred. So there's a high chance of you winning that competition, guys, if you are good at trading. It's an inverse cup and handle. Hey, I like it. I like it. Yeah. However, there's not a clear pivot point, right? When we do have cup and handles, you want clear pivots, right? You've got a clear pivot high here and a clear pivot high right there at the same level, right? A little bit of a descending neckline or an ascending neckline is okay, but you know, not this, right? Not this. This is just not. It's too far off to be a cup and handle, inverted cup and handle. But I get nicely spotted. I like it. You know, you would want the pivot highs almost at the same level, right? For that round formation, you got the descending channel as the handle and then blast off. So I get the point here where this is a inverted cup and handle, right? Where you have this. That's the channel already starting to, you know, potentially be broken down. But, it, you know, the neckline, you know, where's the neckline? It's okay to get an ascending neckline, but I think this is a bit too much. It's a bit of a deformed inverted cup and handle, right? But let's leave it as it's a chance. No doubt that this is the crucial pivot point that if we break down, guys, I think it's going to be kind of game over for Bitcoin. For the next coming days and weeks. You know, this is a crucial point. If we want to follow the Elliott wave theory and we want to follow the structure of the market, this resistance cannot be broken, because if so, that will be the end potentially of this uptrend we've formed the last few weeks. It's definitely a level that I am paying attention at. Obviously, I will be coming with different strategies, different scalping scenarios with the Legends community. I think if we do solidly break down from this low over here, we are good to look for scalping shorts, right? You might think, you're crazy. You know what? You know, this might be the low and we might pump. There will be ways to recognize how we can get into the next momentum wave, because, you know, if we do break down here solidly, there is significant volume on the lower time frames with this movement down. So yeah, no doubt that we could test this as resistance and move back down as we back testing here the highs of this pump. So there's no doubt there will be some opportunities here potentially if we do break down. We know that support turns into resistance after breaking down. There's actually been some pretty interesting, you know, resistance flip into support happening here that, you know, yesterday. This was actually really good for scalping. We did not quite reach this high over here, but we did right there. This is basically volume strategy. We talk about this a lot also. I do have this in the masterclass. This is one of the strategies that I explain in detail, but you basically support right there. You break down with high volume, you come back up. You didn't quite test it here. You were just a few dollars off basically, but you get the deal, right? Bang, support turns into resistance, high volume, high volume breakdown, bang, breakdown, high volume. What's happening right here? Yeah, the price is struggling. Why? Because you're back testing a high volume node from this breakdown. It is the highest one from yesterday. So what is happening here? It is struggling to break out and you're getting a little bit of a corrective move, right? So you are struggling, you're looking for that roll down, which is kind of happening, right? It's kind of happening. But what we need to note here is the higher time frames. You know, this is what I get a lot of questions here from a lot of the legends as well, based on volume strategy and looking at what's happened very, very close, right? So you're kind of zooming in here and you're looking at the chart and you're like, okay, you know, this is, you know, yeah, this is still support turning into resistance, you know, support turning into resistance, you know, this is likely to come back down here. Yeah, there is a high chance of that happening, but we need to zoom out a lot of the times and recognize where we at. Because once you zoom out a little bit, then you're like, hey, do I feel like I want to short all the way down here? I mean, if you can manage risk, it is totally acceptable. But let's recognize that this is trending up. This could get a bounce from this zone. So you kind of late shorting. You know where I shorted yesterday? I shorted here. I've taken profits from that short already because I recognize the possibility of bouncing. I mean, if we break down, then okay, it is what it is. I'll be looking for the next trade setup. It doesn't matter. But it's important to zoom out, obviously, guys, to recognize where we at, right? We recognize that we have been in an uptrend and we're actually getting bounced here from this resistance. But yes, no doubt on the lower time frames, it is no doubt resistance. And this is very, very corrective, right? This is impulsive. High volume is where the market is leading. Impulsive move is where the market leads the way. Corrective moves, very choppy candles. You know, you have several choppy candles with low volume. This ain't going nowhere. This is going back down. You break down with high volume again, you know, choppy price action with absolutely no volume to the upside. You know, probabilities are break down, get a spike in volume again. Let's take a look at this poll right away and see what is going on here with the we're probably going to get a live situation here, guys. I would be willing to see what is happening. Oh my goodness, we're falling down. I would be, you know, I'm very interested in this level here. Let's see how we break down from this zone. We might be getting into a live trade here on YouTube if we were to drop down to $27,200, claim that low, create a double bottom scenario and have a significant bounce, guys. Let's see what happens, and you will be seeing how calm and how I will execute that trade potentially live. That is if we do get that drop in the next coming minutes. But it's the strategy is simple, is wait for that level to be hit. If you recover, you got a possible entry point. Only if you recover. Only if you recover. Remember, I am not longing as we drop here. I'm not interested. I'm not interested because I know this could continue down. Only if we get the wick, guys. Only if we get the wick. That is basically this right there. Only if we pierce through. And I would be longing the recovery. The green candle, not the red one. I'm longing the green one. I'm going with the price action, not against it. When you long in, as the price drops, you are against the candlestick. It's like trying to, you know, if you've got a massive train coming against you, you don't want to stand in front of it and try and push it. If the train turns around, then yeah, you want to hop in with the train and go that direction, right? It's just a simple way of explaining it. You are planning for a long SFP of 27,300. Yeah, it's definitely a plan. It is a plan. It is a trading plan that I do have here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is correct, Aditya. I love you. You're the man. 27, then 26K. Okay, 27 and then 26K, possibly. How crazy is this poll, guys? We've got over 400 votes. It's a 50-50, guys. What comes next for Bitcoin? Check out the poll, guys, if you haven't voted yet. Over 400 votes. What comes next for Bitcoin? 29K or 26K, as we are in the middle. It's a 50-50, guys. How crazy is this? 50% of the community says 26K. 50% of the community says 29K. We're at the middle, guys. It's a 50% chance by the looks of things with the poll right now created. How crazy is that? Are you doing it on purpose? DXY target 109 says AJ. Dumping. Yes, we are dumping a little bit here. Let's take a look at CVD, guys. CVD divergence is not creating any bearish. No bearish CVD. Oh yeah, there is. There is here internally, guys. There is some bearish, some bullish, sorry. Bullish CVD. We are creating lower lows on the CVD. We're getting some aggressive short entries here entering the market. This is the invalidation point. It's a bit of a risky long, no doubt, but you could be targeting these highs to be claimed. Stop loss here beneath this low. Could get a bounce. But you need to accept that you're fighting the trend here, no doubt. The trend is rolling down to the downside. But that's how you get your best entries, right? Because once price does this, you know, you should have already been in that long here, right? I don't trade based only on CVD, right? But there is some bullish CVD divergence. Let's take a look at other exchanges because this is on Bybit. But let's take a look at Perpetual. So there is some bearish CVD divergence from all the exchanges, all the futures exchanges. There is higher lows on price action here. Lower lows just created right now with this drop. Yeah, bounce is possible. Bounce is possible. We're getting aggressive market short positions that are getting absorbed from bigger limit orders here. Bang, bang. This could mean that we could have a bounce. Let's go right away here with the comment section. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of just trading the CVD. Not a huge fan of trading just CVD, a divergence. I would want to see more levels, more confluence, and you know, having this rolling point right there like this, it's very disturbing to see this low here, right? Because what Bitcoin likes to do, you know, you ask your question, you're asking me, shall we long? I don't, you know, I'm not a huge fan of trading the CVD, especially if we do have a low like this so close. But what it does mean, this is pure market data. This is data that's saying there's aggressive market shorts entering here on the rolling point, and they're getting absorbed by limit orders, meaning that it could have a spike of $100 or $200. Right, so I'm not a huge fan, you know, of trading this, and the reason why is because of this low. This for me is very disturbing. I prefer to be patient. If it goes without me, I don't care. I'll be looking for the next shorting levels. Okay, there are some great shorting levels that we do have here with the Legends community, with the daily updates. There are some interesting levels at higher, better levels higher for shorting. So the reason why I don't want to long here, guys, is because of this low over here. And Bitcoin likes to claim the highs or the lows, right? Claim it, claim it, claim it. So it's like, this low hasn't been claimed. Once we do that, get that level claimed, depending on what reaction we have, I will look for a long. Keeping it simple, keeping it planned. I'm 50-50. Need to allow 2 votes. Yeah. 50-50 here, guys. Almost 500 votes right now. What comes next for Bitcoin? 500 votes almost. 29K or 26K. We have very mixed sentiment, guys. All of you don't have any idea of what's coming next. Obviously, one of you will be correct, all right? BTC weekly golden pocket at 26K. Weekly golden pocket. Let's take a look at that. Let's analyze that situation right away. Weekly golden pocket. Weekly golden pocket at 26K. I'm not sure. Weekly golden pocket? What do you mean as weekly golden pocket? So from this week or from, okay. Yeah, but it's not from, so from last week. Maybe from this pivot low, right? From this pivot low to the pivot high, 26K-ish. Or from the low here on the futures. Yeah, you can take these two pivots. Of course, this low is not created on the spot exchanges. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting zone, no doubt. We have some more levels there. Bear flag also. The bear trend is building for me. A lot of signs showing me a dump is coming, says Sin Games. For me also, to be honest. But I am aware of another leg up. You know, I'm very much aware of that possible leg up. If we start losing $27,200, this ain't looking good. This is not looking good at all. Just based on the micro counts here of the waves, we cannot lose this high wave, because if not, you know, sell-off could be on the way if we lose 27,200. But it can still hold. Let's see if it does in the next coming hours, right? Minutes. I'm not sure if we're going to go down there in the next coming minutes, but we're going to have to see. So, yeah. Right. So, yeah, basically, that is the trading plan for me, guys. Not much to be said on this. You know, happy with my long trade that was closed completely, and happy with the short trade here that was closed completely as well. So the next trading setup, guys, we got someone here saying that bro has no clue of what he's doing. Yeah, well, apparently you are new here in the community. Very much know where I want to trade and how to manage my risk. So you haven't been long enough to actually comment like that, CZ, CS. So you can get lost. 27K is coming. Hope it bounces, else 26K. Right. Yeah, exactly. This is what, you know, this is basically what we're analyzing right now, which is, you know, if that $27,200 range does not hold, which is very crucial for this uptrend to continue based on Elliott wave theory, we start losing here, then it's just not looking great, guys. Next level of interest for me. How are we going to react to $27,270? How rude. Yes, Lauren. It is. I'm sorry. SPX on rising diagonal support line from the low. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. DXY still ripping. S&P 500. Lower time frames. We know we're at a crucial level here on the S&P 500. This does not look good. It does not look good. There's a big gap in volume. It's on the verge of a massive sell-off, guys. We've talked about this. This could happen in the next coming days. We could see a massive sell-off on the S&P 500. We're holding by a thread. Higher low support. We are currently beneath lower low right there. Currently beneath this level. You know, if bulls do not step in here in between today and tomorrow, I can already tell you that this is going to drop. So far, they're doing good. Look at what's happening here. With these random lines on the chart, right? You know, they are really trying to hold this range. They are really trying to hold these lower, you know, the lower low support right there. They're also trying to hold the higher low support trend line here from this uptrend. they're doing their best. They do know that there's a big gap in volume, and if this level is lost, the drop can be pretty intense. 200 points. The gap in volume here is massive. So the next stop for a bounce would be the 4,100 points. So they need to hold here if they want to continue this uptrend that has been formed the last few months. Very important. Yeah. I have a ascending support line created at 27th of September, 8 o'clock, and the 1st of October. Let's take a look at that on Bitcoin. So 27th of September. Yeah, it's a valid. Is it a valid one? Yeah, I mean you got higher low right there. I mean this is basically where you got that bounce here very early this morning, late last night. Sorry. Central European time, you know that it is holding. Yeah, this is why this could actually get a bounce, guys. You know, based on the waves that we count before, it's, you know, it looks like that one more wave is definitely possible. This, for me, there's no trading decision here. I would love to see that low to be taken. If it just gets the bounce here and goes up, then it is what it is. It doesn't matter. It's a missed trade. There's another trade around the corner somewhere. So, but I want that low to be claimed at 27,260. I want this low to be claimed for me to take that next trading decision. Just like the one I took yesterday here with this short position, was waiting for that high. You know, for me it was, you know, wait for this high to be claimed and see the rejection, bang, jump into the short, bang. Profits taken. It's the same thing. Rinse and repeat, right? Want to see that bottom taken. Depending on what reaction we get, I will trigger a position, right? So, yeah, guys. This is going to wrap it up. Guys, if you haven't joined the Bitcoinsensus trading competition on Bybit, do it. You do have $10,000 of prize if you do win the competition, guys. We need more people here for that prize pool to increase. If you're trading anyway, you can easily just join. Of course, to join this competition, you need to sign up with the link in the description. You have the link down below, $30,000 worth of bonus. If you are trading anyway, why don't trade in the competition so you can get an extra prize, okay? $10,000, guys. You have the link down below. Not much more to be said. Trading plan has been explained here on the lower time frames. I will be continuing giving updates with the Legends trading community. Of course, we talk about major trading levels and updates in the Legends here. If you want to join, we did great trading opportunities with altcoins. I mean, we've had massive, great altcoin opportunities here, such as IOTX. Banked in some really nice profits on IOTX, and also some different altcoins here that we talked about the last week. So if you want more updates, Legends community, guys, that is where I do spend a lot of the time analyzing the situation, giving those updates, those possible opportunities that we can find on the market. You have the link down below if you want to join there, okay? That's where I do daily updates, guys. Thank you very much. Smash up the like button on your way out, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Let's see here the poll. What comes next, guys? Over 500 votes. 29K or 26K. It is a 50-50. Incredible. 50% people are bullish. 50% are bearish in the short term. Thank you, guys. Trade safe, and I'll see you in the next one.